Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome, and for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Here on my channel I do planner and planner related videos, DIY tutorials, budget videos, and the occasional new release video of items that I've listed to my Etsy shop. And if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you hit that little notification bell, you'll always be notified of when I load a new video. Commenting, liking, and sharing does help my channel grow and would be truly appreciated. Alright guys, so I will be working in my gratitude junk journal today, but I did want to show you some things. I will be talking about this in videos that are going out later this week, but when I did those videos, I forgot about these two. So my friend Val from Nate's Mom Plans here on YouTube, and I'll link her channel below, she sent me part 2 of some amazing happy mail. So she sent me the fall sticker book, the dream sticker book, and the glam girl in the mini, as well as these two sticker pads, the watercolor goals and the homebody, and this matches the mini homebody that she sent to me. She also sent to me these little micro mini sheets, and I put it in here just to give scale, and I talk about this in another video, but this fits the mini happy planner, and this is the offcut if I take a classic happy planner note page and cut out a Happy Nietzsche, the half sheet size, and then this is what's left. So if you were wondering, the mini is not much, it's not as wide, it's just maybe half an inch less than that. And then of course, because the mini is on a 7-disc system, there is a bit of a difference there, but she also sent me those. And then she also sent me, and I have to tell you, I'm such a stationery nerd, this is really what excited me, even though I love stickers, is she sent me a whole bunch of different half sheet pages. So the wrong ones here, this one she said was from the Stargazer, as well as this one here, and hopefully it's in frame. She sent me this, and this is from the Happy Hostess with the citrus on the side. And then she also sent me some of these homebody ones, and I will be working on some of these in a video that's coming out later this week, but I wanted to show you all of that before I got into my junk journal for today, because I believe I'll be using a sticker from here, because I've actually used stickers from all of these in some other videos that are coming out, but I haven't used anything from here, and I haven't used anything from here, so this will be for a project for another day. So let me get some organization going on, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so this is a junk journal I had made out of some unused Happy Planner pages, file folder, some washi tape. We did the cover together last week. Now this video will be a little different from them, and I'll probably switch between both styles, where this one I do plan to do some talking through, and that first one I just turned on some music and just played, and I think this is really pretty, so I'm really loving how this is going. And so for today, normally when you open up a book, you're like, all right, so we're going to work on this page here. Well, we're not. With a junk journal, at least from what I've seen, you basically can work in whatever direction, at whatever time, in whatever way you want to. And so you could start with this back here. If you had more decorative paper and some of that paper spoke to you, then you may just want to start right there. But for today's purposes, we're actually going to work right here. Actually, no, right here, because I want to use this here. Because while in theory this sounds like a good idea, in practice it's like, well, I mean, what are you going to do with that? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we're going to work on that together. So I'm going to go through my stash, and I have tons and tons of different scraps because of the paper crafts that I do. And so I'm just going to mark, yeah, because I like how that looks. So I'm going to mark that there. We're not going to be precise. We're not going to do tons of measuring. And so I want to just glue that on there. I'm using the Tombow monoliquid glue. I did get mine. It was either from a local craft store or from Amazon. I couldn't tell you because I've actually had this for a while. I do have a link below if you are interested, but if you can get them in your local craft store, then I would definitely recommend that because you probably can use some coupons if you're like at Michael's or whatnot. So I don't want it to go farther than the bottom of the page. It wouldn't matter if it's stuck out there. And that's a little flimsy, so I'm actually going to just put some washi tape and tape it down. Again, there's no rules. I mean, you do want to be able to open and close your books, so hopefully we can do that. We'll test that out in just a minute. Yes. In fact, there's some sticky there from the other side, so let's just run it all the way down. And this washi roll is nearly done, and I'm a little excited about that because I have never finished a washi roll. And actually thinking about that, I've never actually finished a sticker book either. So maybe I'll find one to finish out for this year. Maybe that'll be a challenge. All right, so we've got, yeah, and it doesn't hit that fold because we want to avoid that. So now we actually have a spread. This one I actually glued a little bit earlier. It was detached, but I think it just for working purposes, that wouldn't work. So I want to bring some color because I actually want to turn this into a pocket. And we have this left over from the cover. And I like the holes, so I don't want to cover them up. And so what you could do is just make an actual pocket and have this fit. But I think what I'll do is glue this on two sides. Oh, let me get, so it's gonna sound a little weird, but I'm using these thick washies to, I don't know if you can see it, just kind of stack these on each other and then stick that in there so that the glue's at the point, but also it's I can stand it. Though I'll get that out of the way, you don't need to see it anymore. I do want to miss the center. I think I might have put some glue on that side, but that's okay. I want to kind of line that up. And did I put glue there? No, I did not. And it does take a minute to dry, so we're just going to let that sit. This paper is Stampin' Up paper because it says so right there. I did pick them up at a of all things, a bake sale at work. I wasn't going to buy any of the baked goods, and I didn't, but they totally got me with the crafts. And so I do actually have plans of putting something in there. And I kind of like that. Although maybe we should try to, I mean, there's no rules, so I don't need to bring this color in on the other side, and yet I'm still looking to do that. This is kind of Christmassy because of the, those aren't acorns. I'm sure there's a word for it. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to do the tearing, and I just like the rough edge. I've seen, and I mean, everything really is just inspired by things I've seen here on YouTube, just because honestly, until a few months ago, I didn't even know this existed. So they tear it to make it, I don't know, look more organic, I guess. Which is a weird way to use that word, because I'm pretty sure that just means free of preservatives and chemicals. And I've also seen a lot of ladies, and it's generally ladies, although I think there's actually one or two men that I watch who do junk journaling. They usually have like the Tim Holtz ink. I don't have that. I've had it in my Amazon cart a couple of times now, but I'm like, nope, I'm gonna just use the stuff I have. So I have this Memento pen, and I'm pretty sure I'm totally jacking up the pen, but I'm just going to sort of distress it by coloring it in. And it just gets rid of some of the white, which necessarily isn't a bad thing, but again, we're playing. And I guess I should do it there to just tone some of that down. I think actually that looks rather nice, and we'll just kind of cover up that seam. And then for this one, we'll just kind of, and even though we're going on the paper below, doesn't matter. If I don't like it when I get to that page, I can just always cover it up. I mean, I guess I should have done this before I stuck it down, but again, not a big deal. Okay, so now if you have really good pens, like if you have the Tombow pens or the whatnot, then you may want to not do that, because I'm pretty sure it's jacking up the edge. I don't know. Well, I'm not a huge fan of these. I bought them and then I tested them out for my brush lettering, and I don't like how they feel. Plus the color is so light, I don't know that I'd be using this. So at least I'm getting some use out of my stuff. And so I'll glue that down. And again, I want to avoid the spine so that it doesn't bulk it up. I like how that looks. That's really pretty. And Val, who sent me all of that lovely happy mail, she also sent me a nice little note. So I'm going to cut these off. I don't want it to catch, because that's what I want to put in a pocket here. And that is just a note from me. So I will put that there, and that way I can keep it. And some of the other notes that Tara has sent me, Tamika, Andy, Val, Christy, I plan on putting, if not in here, I might actually make another. Well, no, I'll put in here, and then once I run out, then I will keep creating these, because I really like the idea of a gratitude journal. And it isn't because people have sent me stuff, it's just, you know, if all they sent me was a letter, I'd be totally stoked and I want to keep it. I actually have quite a few cards that my sister has made me up on my wall next to me. I won't show it, it's personal, it's for me. But I'm very sentimental, and it just, I see this and I don't even have to read it, and I know it's from my friend Val. I see my wall of cards and I think of my sister, and it makes me happy. Sorry, didn't expect a tear up there. So I think what I'll do is I will put one of these here, because I think it'll fit right there. And this is really cute. Oh, I know it said it. It fits the dashboard layout. I think this is the classic dashboard and not the one that's in the mini although I'm not sure. I don't have either, but I think it would be a little bit too big for the mini, unless it was on that other side. But again, I'm not 100% sure. And that's actually kind of dark for the page. I'm going to rip this out because I actually think I'll use it on this side because I do want to write something. And I will look for something small for that side. I kind of like this one. I'm just going to put Val, November 2019. It says it on the inside, but I just like being able to see it out here. And then there's something sticky here. I'll deal with that in a minute. For this one, when this video goes up, it is going to go up on Veterans Day. And so to all those who have served, current, previous, and future, thank you so much for your service. My dad is an Army veteran. My uncle is a veteran of the Air Force. The lovely Val, her son, was in the Navy. I mean, for all of you who are watching, because even those who weren't directly in the military, if you have a husband or a wife or a son or a daughter who serves, you also serve by being those who wait for those who do serve. I'm tearing up again, but I just wanted to thank you for your service and know that you are appreciated. And on here, there's actually a quote that I found online that I want to put down, and I'm probably going to put that over here somewhere, maybe right up there in the red. All right, so I'm going to turn on some music right now because this is going to take a minute, and then when I'm done, I'll bring you guys back. right, so the quote that I found was, "We often take for granted the very things that most deserve our gratitude." And that is from Cynthia Ozick. And for me, I am so thankful that there are those who have that special something within them that they have chosen service. And that's really what military service is, or if you are in law enforcement or a firefighter or an EMT, a doctor. I mean, you do choose a life to serve others, sometimes at the detriment of yourself. So that's really what that made me think of. And I think what I'll do is just add just some drawing here. And then I think I want to put something there and we'll be done. That does not bother me that it says homemade with love. I mean, I did make this, and I'm sure Karina Gardner is a very nice lady. And I just rip that off. I'm going to glue that down. And this is a little different than what I had originally intended for this book, which I will still do, is put down things that inspire me from comments left on my YouTube channel. But I mean, I think this really is ultimately going to just be things that inspire me and things that I am grateful for. And so for today, or the word for today, will be gratitude. A little bit of smudging there, but that's okay. For here, actually, I probably will do some journaling and add some comments, or a comment from a viewer. Again, I do plan to keep that private, and I could actually do some journaling up here and also actually over here. But I think for today's junk journal with me, that is how I'm going to end this. It doesn't have to be elaborate. In fact, I am looking forward to doing some journaling in here, just because I do like the way that pen to paper looks. I like the way that it makes me feel, and I like being able to reflect back on it later on. So yeah, that's it for us, guys. Val, thank you so much for all of the beautiful, shiny, again, I actually value our friendship more than any of the stuff, although I do love this stuff. And I'm just so thankful that we have become friends just through this amazing platform, which is YouTube. All right, guys, happy Veterans Day to you. Thank you so much for following me on this journey. For those of you who have served, for those of you who have families that have served, for just anyone in a service type of career. I couldn't think of the word, but that's what I'm thinking. Thank you so much for everything you do, and know that I am very thankful for my freedom, and I know that that is all due to the sacrifices that you all have made. That's it for me for now, and as always, aloha.